Teeth.
Like you said, there's parts where you just go, oh my gosh, that should never have happened. Why isn't she doing something?
You're not in safe hands, though, are you?
No, that's what I mean.
No, you're not. It is a problematic film in that respect. Can I ask you what your score is?
I'm probably going to give it a low one only because I don't plan on going back and watching this particular version of A Star Is Born. Mm-hmm. I realise that they're all very talented and people will love this film and everything.
Sure.
But for me, it was incredibly, although great storytelling and wonderful, music and things like that. Yep. It was just too all over the shop for me. So I'd probably only give it a 6.
Sure.
It was a little bit too much work for me.
Yeah, sure.
Which is going to be weird for everyone because people will be like, oh my gosh, Pip, this is so fabulous. How could you?
I think people understand where you're coming from. You only enjoyed it as a 6.
I mean, I would say to people, it's a good film, you should watch it, but I'm not going to be watching it again.
But it frightened you a little bit.
Well, it was just... Well, even there's films that I see that frighten me, but because it's done in a nice tape, I know where it's going, and that I know what everyone's goals are, I know what everyone's doing. It's all good.
These people were on drugs. They were no, let me finish. They were unstable, and so
she wasn't on drugs.
Oh, I think she was. Well, she was certainly drinking.
She had. Oh no, she had a drink to say, "Look at me, I'm having a drink." I'm like, that was the fight they were having.
Okay, so but. They were
she was the one that was all over the shop.
Yeah, but she was still unstable. She wasn't super stable.
He was pretty stable. Even drugged up and drunk.
I just think that the film represents their lives as well. And that's why you feel... That sounds silly. But, I mean, the film itself... You know how there's that inherent feeling of instability in the film itself? You don't know where it's going. And there's a fucking good reason why you don't know where it's going, because you don't know where these characters are going to land.
No, I know that, but I could still... Part of me was going, well, how come she's not helping? Why would she say that to him? Why isn't... If he's got this friend here, why is this failing here?
I felt... that her character was totally consistent. No, I do. Yeah, even though she was rollicking backwards and forwards, but that's what people can do, and I accept that. When everything's going great, everything can be, and it showed that she was one person when he was being sober and happy and all the rest of it, and then she was so terrified of losing that she was very scared of losing that and him. She knew she was hanging on to him with her fingernails.
I didn't get that vibe from her.
Oh, she said it straight out when he was coming out of rehab. You heard it.
I know, but I didn't believe it.
Well, I'm sorry if you didn't, but her heart was on her sleeve, mate.
I didn't get that from her. That performance did not give that to me.
Well,
I got the whole... Pip, I'm in here.
That's fine. You didn't believe that performance.
No.
I did.
Okay.
I believed that she didn't. She sounded matter of fact about it. But that's quite often when you're in that kind of environment and you're asking hard questions. Sometimes you've got to just knuckle down and just ask the question. And it was a hard question to ask, and it was something that she was scared that was going to rip her apart. And that's why she just blurted it out like she did. And I thought that was superb acting.
Okay. What star rating would you give it, Paul?
I'm going to have to give it a 9. And I think I might have to give it a 9.5. It was a very good film. I fucking hated it at times. I really did. Like, I had to walk away from the bloody thing. But it's not the film's fault. That's my own idiosyncrasies. I thought it was unstable. It was on edge. It showed people as they can be in all of their own personal hells. And I believe both of those people were in their own personal hells. And it was a film of greater complexity than Green Book in that regard. However, I enjoyed Green Book infinitely more than I did this, and this film punished me. But will be happy to thoroughly recommend it to people as a hard-bitten film that may make you think differently about yourself and other people around you. And so it gets nearly full stars, you know what I'm saying? This, if any of the films are going to come up and knock Green Book off its perch, this, I believe, was probably the closest to it so far that I've seen.
Okay.
It's a stronger film than Bohemian Rhapsody by a considerable level. It's far deeper, more emotionally charged.
It's a much deeper film.
Far more
than Bohemian
emotionally
Rhapsody.
charged. And I'm sorry if you missed out on certain aspects of it, but I think perhaps that might be just life experiences.
Or maybe you're bringing something to the table
Maybe,
and then putting your own blinkers on it.
You know what? That's what art is. That's what art is. Art offers you up a vista, and then you look upon that vista yourself, and then you bring the rest of the characters.
Are you going to watch this film again, Paul?
I probably will.
Are you going to watch it after listening to me talk about what I said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, I would certainly recommend it to people, but they may not appreciate my recommendations.
Two things, Paul. You didn't actually pick a star rating. You said 9 or 9.5.
Oh, didn't I come down on one?
You didn't.
9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question.
Yep.
Do you think it deserved to win Best Original Song?
Oh, the music.
The Shallow song.
I was pretty indifferent to the music.
Didn't care about the music?
Oh, look, it's popular music and it was lovely, but I mean, I'm a little deaf, so the problem with popular music for me personally, and everyone's rolling their eyes, but I've got a little bit of industrial deafness, so I struggle with hearing the lyrics, and a lot of people enjoy listening to the lyrics matched up against the music itself, which gives it the extra emotional clarity. And because I can't hear the lyrics clearly and I can't hear what they're actually singing, they may as well be singing in Italian to me. You know, and I turned it right up, but I still couldn't understand clearly what she was singing, the words that she was singing.
No, that's okay.
And so consequently, it's a nice tune.
Okay.
You know,
so
heartfelt and sung very, very well, but I've done enough musical theatre now, you know, like Les Mis and stuff like that, where there's better tunes out there.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Look, well,
no, that's okay.
It's a tune and it's a good one and it's put together well and it was sung well, it was performed well, but I wouldn't necessarily go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because...
Not as good as the music in Green Book.
Well, I had a better musical Thank you. I had a better musical experience.
That's where I was headed. I was trying to bring you with me.
No, I'm there now. I'll jump on that cart. I had a better musical experience in Green Book, in particular when he went into the coloured bar. Mm. Yeah, and I say the coloured bar because it's 1960s.
That's what they called it in the film.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I really enjoyed when he allowed himself just to be himself. And that, to me, gave the emotional texture that I needed because I couldn't hear the words. Do you know what I'm saying? And I could hear it through his notes and the physical way, his physicality and the way he played, which I thought was superb. Mm. He's a fucking good actor. He really was.
That's
anyway,
good.
Okay.
So 9.5 stars from Paul and 6 stars from me for A Star Is Born.
I think you're a bit harsh on that one, but that's okay. That's all right. You're allowed to be.
I probably wouldn't have been as harsh, except that I feel like I have to fight you for the opinion, but I'm sticking with it.
No, I'm not going to argue you the opinion. If you want to come at 6 on A Star Is Born,
that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway, so next week we're going to watch 2 other films that were put up as nominated for Best Pictures for this year. Roma.
Now I've heard big things about this.
I'm not listening. I want to go in clean slate.
Apparently,
don't tell me.
There's an R. There's an R in the name.
Don't do that. I don't want to hear. Don't. And Black Klansman.
Black Klansman,
which I have heard a little bit about. So it's gonna. Yeah, I like to go in some of these films without knowing anything.
Black Klansman's going to be a problematic film, I think.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna watch it and I'll give it my full appreciation and
Pardon me, people.
that sort of thing.
Sorry. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's another one down. Now,
Another one bites the dust.
okay, so now that we've moved over
None of those songs are original.
Now that we've moved over to Wooshka, just make sure that you subscribe and make sure that you're getting this every week sort of thing.
But it's going out to all the other platforms.
It is, but yeah, I'm just a little concerned about it because we've had quite a drop-off over the...
That might have been what we said last week. I don't know.
I'll tell you afterwards what I've done, which has helped, but I don't think it's helped that much. But anyway, so all good.
Anyway,
all right, guys.
So Roman Black Klansman, and hope you have a good week.
I'm sure you will all have a good week, and you will look at life and you will laugh. Goodbye.